Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. It's time to look at 88 Films October announcements. The home of the Italian collection or the slasher collection. I was hoping for something big and horror centric this month. Maybe a little slasher or something, but we're going to dive in together, have a look at what 88 Films have brought out for us and see what there is and see if it's worth picking up. First up, we have the Mothman Prophecies from 2002, and it's on 4K UHD and Blu-ray. It's one that I have never seen, and I don't know why, because it looks like the kind of thing that I would probably enjoy. You have Richard Gere as John Klein. He doesn't know how he arrived in the small town of Point Pleasant, 400 miles out of his way, but it is a strange place. The whole town seems haunted by a mysterious creature, and the eyewitness sketches look exactly like the thing that John's late wife drew as she was dying. Ominous portents gather, and he becomes increasingly certain that they mean a lot of people are going to die. This, it's got a great cast. It seemed to have a fairly decent budget, and it's just one of those ones I always said I'll get round to that at some point, and I never actually did. So my question out there is, if you've seen this, what's it like? Is it worth seeking out? Is it something just to search out and streaming? Let me know in the comment box. Now, you can get the limited to 1,000 copies limited edition O-ring with original artwork. Then, as we move on, so that one's out on the 26th of October. Moving on to the 26th of October in the US, the 10th of November, which is a dual release for US and UK, is The Owl versus Bumbo. Now, there is a trailer on YouTube that you can check out, and to be honest, it looks kind of fun. You have Chan and Wong, also known as Bumbo and the Owl. They believe their criminal days are behind them. However, their pasts come back to haunt them when ex-cop Chung returns to blackmail them. At his behest, the pair find themselves teaching at a reform school. But how long can their earlier criminal lives stay in the past? Expect action, thrills, and laughs in this non-stop rollercoaster tale of blackmail and hijinks. And it looks like the kind of thing I enjoy, the kind of Sammo Hung films that have been lost or never discovered that I really kind of curious about. And to be honest, it's probably something that I'm going to search out at some point because I'd be really curious about it. Like I said, it does look like a lot of fun. Next, we have Mermaids from 1990 on Blu-ray. It's released on the 19th of October. It's 1963 and America is mourning following the death of President Kennedy. But Charlotte Flack's Winona Ryder, fresh from Heathers, has troubles of her own. It's not just that this straight-laced teenager has started clashing with her more free-spirited mother. Other things are changing too. The boys are more interesting, and life seems a little more complicated. This is one of those films that was everywhere when it came out. I remember music from it. I remember seeing clips of it. I remember seeing the film and completely forgetting it. And it's one of those films that I've never thought about. And to be honest, I don't think I have any interest in revisiting it whatsoever. It was just one of those ones that was so overly saturated at the time. It gave me like PTSD of ever seeing it again. I'd love to know your thoughts on this one, and if I'm over zealous in saying that, but you can let me know. Next, we have Where's Officer Tuba from 1986. It's a UK and a US release on the 26th of October for the UK and the 10th of November for the US. When timid police officer Tuba, more interested in music than chasing crooks, is put on a dangerous mission, he witnesses the killing of a decorated hero, Chow, who makes him promise to avenge his death. However, when he fails to live up to this promise, Chow returns as a ghost. This hilarious supernatural action comedy catapults us into the world of ghosts and mayhem, a must for fans of Hong Kong action flicks. Again, there's another trailer on YouTube. You can check out this one. It looks fun. It looks silly. And do you know what? I kind of like these films. And to be honest, this is something that I probably will check out at some point, if not immediately when it comes out, a little further down the line. Yeah, it just looks fun. It leans into that kind of Dead and the Deadly aspect a little bit with the ghost story. Not for everybody, but definitely for me. And then finally, we have the US release of Beatrice Cenci from 1969. We have Thomas Millian, Adrienne LaRussa, and George Wilson co-star in this brutal retelling of the Cenci family. The film depicts the horrific events that led to the demise of one of Italy's most prestigious families through two timelines. We establish how and why this much-loved family were sent to the guillotine in 1599. Now, directed by Lucio Fulci, this is one that I picked up a long while ago. And I've just never got round to checking it out. I do love Thomas Millian, but I am a little burnt on this one because I was one of the supporters for 88 Films when they kickstarted this and 11 Days, 11 Nights. And that just didn't deliver well. Ultimately, we were paid more than the films were on release date, and it just leaves a little bad taste in the mouth. That one, I've still not got around to checking it out. I should really get to at some point because directed by Fulci, starring Millian. What can go wrong there? It's an interesting lineup, but there's no real knockouts. There's nothing for the Slasher Classics collection. There's no giallo or Italian horror for the Italian collection. I just feel like we're missing a beat here, and it could have worked. Still, is there anything I'm going to rush out and get day one? I don't think so. Where's Officer Tuba? Definitely at some point, and The Owl versus Bumbo again at some point. Probably no further down the line, as some of the other companies' October releases are really more prominent. I'd love to know what you think of this announcement. Let me know in the comment box below whether you're definitely picking them up or just one or two, or what jumps out at you, or if you've seen the films, your thoughts on them as well. So let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box, or links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.